A series of gas pipelines running between Russia and Germany is at the centre of an international dispute. It's called Nord Stream 2, and as its construction nears completion, there's mounting pressure to put a stop to this controversial project. The Nord Stream 2 gas pipelines run beneath the Baltic Sea alongside the first Nord Stream pipelines, which were completed in 2011. The pipeline enters the Baltic near St. Petersburg in Russia and stretches 765 miles along the seabed, before coming ashore again at Greifswald in northeast Germany. The new pipeline can carry 55 billion cubic meters of gas per year, potentially doubling the capacity of gas which can be pumped directly to Germany from Russia. Russian majority state-owned energy company Gazprom is the sole stakeholder. The $11 billion project has, however, faced widespread criticism ever since the deal was inked in 2015. Much of the opposition stems from the US, which worries that the new pipe will expand the Kremlin's influence in the region, while several Central and Eastern European countries are also concerned about growing dependence on Russian energy. Before the completion of the first Nord Stream pipelines, 80% of gas supplied by Russia to the EU went through the country. While the Nord Stream projects are set to ensure a steady supply of gas to the EU, Ukraine stands to lose lucrative transit fees. Even though Nord Stream 2 has been dubbed the pipeline for Europe's energy future, Germany stands to reap the biggest rewards from the project. Lower wholesale gas prices would give a significant boost to businesses and consumers in the country. That's why many analysts believe that German Chancellor Angela Merkel and her government are keen to ensure that the pipeline is viewed as a commercial project entirely separate from politics. The Obama and Trump administrations deemed the pipeline a geopolitical threat, and towards the end of 2019, the US passed sanctions targeting companies involved in the development in an attempt to scupper its completion. Supporters of Nord Stream 2 also claim that the US has rather more selfish reasons for opposing its construction. For years, the US has been trying to sell more of its own liquefied natural gas to the EU. Gazprom's gas sales to Europe make up nearly 70% of its gas revenues, while the company's overall sales account for more than 5% of Russia's $1.6 trillion annual GDP.
Russia doesn't have an incredibly diversified economy, and it has needed to sell a lot of its fossil fuels to Western Europe, which is the closest market, its main market, for decades now, really to keep the country functioning. By having new pipelines, it really entangles Western Europe into a longer-term relationship with Russia. It also creates the ability to have lots of new contracts.
For now, German politicians are working to find a compromise with the Biden administration that avoids sanctions. One possible solution is a snapback mechanism that mandates closure of the Nord Stream pipelines if Russia threatens Ukraine. The successful completion or final abandonment of Nord Stream 2 could define Europe's energy strategy and geopolitical relations with Russia and the US for many years to come.